For me, my journey to this stage started long before I was born. Started in a boathouse underneath the Aurora Bridge in the mid-'60s where Dick and Colleen Wagner, who I never really got to meet, sat at their dinner table and saw something that everyone in Seattle saw and around other waterfronts saw. To quote Dick, they were witnessing the end of an era. They watched as prominent boat yards and boat shops like Blanchard move away from their posts in the interior waterways of Seattle, and they knew that something had to be done. So from their small collection of both wood boats and people, they started the Center for Wooden Boats. Fast forward 55 years later, sitting in my senior shop class, one of two, not quite sure, like every other senior, what's up next for me. Now, I've always been involved in shops, whether that was smacking my thumb as a preschooler in my grandpa's shop, or taking home projects with my father in our hauled-out home in our garage. I always was involved in shops, and I knew that's where I needed to be. So as I walk into shop class that day, I get a text from a family friend that there's this small wooden boat place in the middle of Seattle that just happens to have a spot open on the docks, and so I take that chance. And so I do what I think every senior would do. I write my first resume ever. I skip class the next day, beating the security guard to my car, and I go down to Seattle. It's a beautiful June day. Everyone knows them. As I'm walking down the docks, I see a beautiful two-masted boat named Zulu. I see it still now. And I got sucked into the complexity of the craft, but moreover, the people involved with them. So I uprooted from the Pacific Northwest, traveled to the East Coast, kind of the epicenter of knowledge in wooden boats. And while my initial time at school wasn't as fulfilling as I hoped, I was lucky enough to go work for a graduate, come back, pick up that missing information as a program assistant. I was lucky. I got that opportunity. Others didn't. Where do people go when they don't get the skills they need to be successful and they don't necessarily trust where they got those from? Yeah, true. I admit it. That's probably where I get a lot of mine from. I won't admit it to you. One of the yards that had closed down, it was 2017, was Jensen's. Truth be told, it is the last wooden boat-focused yard in Seattle, and it's not coming back. The people that worked there, the craftsmen, the skilled people, they either had to change jobs, move to Oregon, move to other places. The center was lucky enough to get a hold of Tom, who's currently held up into a small, quiet shop at the north end of the lake. He started his life as a potter and now a shipwright, but his skills are so vast and so wide that no amount of interview or recording can take care of that. His expertise had been honed over years of both experience and mistakes. It's one of those things where it becomes very difficult to hire a position. You're looking for people. Who's going to let us know how long to steam planks for? What sawyer has the best stock? Just ask the shipwrights of Zodiac who wandered through forests of eastern Oregon just to find the right tree for a replacement mast. Truth be told, I could have named this talk a few different things. Someone I've talked to who's done this before even suggested a dead industry. Truth be told, though, after talking to people and thinking it through myself, I think resilient or unwavering is almost a better term. When you have places like Rocking the Boat in Brooklyn, New York, the Workshop in the Water at ISM in Philadelphia, the Center, the Northwest Maritime Center, places whose shops have soon turned from profit to preservation. When you have instructors like Tom, Eric Valso, Ben Kahn, people who are willing to share their knowledge with both young greenhorns and rugged builders, or when you have high schoolers who for the first time recognize that there's a chance for them outside of just a four-year college and sitting at a desk. Those are the reasons why we keep doing these things. It's one of those things where it is a cliche, but it's a cliche because it's true. We really, truly stand on the shoulder of giants, and I hope that maybe one day I can be some of those shoulders. So it's thanks to those people. It's also thanks to people like you for coming to talks like these, listening to me ramble a little bit, who I hope to see down on my dock someday, helping us, supporting us, and coming down to volunteer. So thank you. Thank you.